So starting the drive home today. I've been in Salobrena, which is on the south coast. It's next to Madrid, and I planned the drive home to do over 4 days. So I'm doing 4 hours a day, roughly. I'll see how it works out. It's just under 4 hours to go from Salobrena to Toledo. Toledo's south of Madrid, and then I'm going from Toledo to San Sebastian, then San Sebastian to La Rochelle to St Malo, then the overnight ferry from St Malo to Portsmouth, and then it's like 2 hours to get home from there. So it's 20 degrees, it's middle of February, the mountains look lovely. I always go to Repsol. There, what's the diesel? 150 has gone up since, yeah, the cheapest diesel. There's the laundry there. There's loads and loads of gas. There's also a dog wash for €4 there, and there's free drinking water and air. There's also the other gas, LPG gas over there. You see that?
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have.
Outskirts of Madrid. So from driving from the south coast, where it was going to be 20 degrees during the day and 11 degrees at night, and in Madrid it's -2 tonight and 12 degrees during the day. It was sunny, but there was just a really cold wind, so I'm going to have the diesel heater on tonight. -2, and then tomorrow I'm going up to San Sebastian, and that's where I'm parking tonight, which is okay-ish.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days.
Absolutely freezing this morning. It was -2 last night. I was okay in a camper van, but this morning there's a little bit of frost, like there's steam coming out your mouth. I've just stopped to get diesel. Really, I'm going to get my gloves out actually. It's that cold. There's the snow on the Pyrenees. So I'm coming up to San Sebastian. It's the most snow I've seen, which is still not a lot for February.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard.
You got your wear makeup?
You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. good man inside.
Where I've been parked last night, San Sebastian. It's the most lovely spot, it really is. It's a car park, you have to pay to park here. There's a few cars, but it's only like £5 or something for 24 hours. And it's right next to the sea. I'll just turn this camera on and show you. This is the end of a cul-de-sac road. It just leads around there to that. There's a few disabled spaces around that corner. So it's not really a proper road. There's loads of joggers though, and walkers. Cyclists. You go around here to this wall. And there you are. And the waves actually break over this wall. It's actually quite a good spot. Loads of people just coming out just to watch the sea. And then you walk into town, you walk in a big loop all the way around to the left, and then you come out there. And that house in the middle, that's on an island. It's the most lovely place, it really is. And those, I don't know if you can see those pointy towers there. That's the royal family's summer house. So they obviously thought it was a special place to be in the summer. And it's just lovely. Close to the sea, but you can walk into town in like 5 minutes. So anyway, heading off now, going into France. I'm feeling quite tired. I've been travelling for 2 days. It seems like such a long way to go home. Well, the way I'm doing it is 5 days travelling, including overnight on the ferry. So I'm driving 4 or 5 hours a day, because Bertie only goes like 60 miles an hour. But it's still a long way to drive. And I'm definitely going to try and book the Santander ferry next winter. And I'm going to go the other way down. So I'm going to go through Portugal to get into Spain. So I won't have to drive, so I'll go slowly. I won't, because this time when I got to Spain, I drove all the way down in 1 day. I went from San Sebastian to Valencia in 1 day. So next time I'm going to do the whole thing slowly, and I'm not going to drive through France. So that's my plan. Although I do get seasick, so I'm going to see how I get on. I'm taking these special pills to stop me getting seasick, and I've got a cabin, so I just spend the whole time in bed, so I don't move around the ship. But we'll see how I get on the ferry tomorrow night. The weather in San Sebastian, so I went from 20 degrees and 12 overnight on the south coast. That was near Motril, Andalusia, and then I went to near Madrid. It was 5 degrees during the day, -2 at night. It was freezing and it was a frost. Then I've come to San Sebastian, so I'm on the north coast of Spain, just crossing into France, and today will be 15 degrees during the day and 12 at night. So I didn't need the heater on last night. 12 degrees is fine. And yeah, there's people out jogging in t-shirt and shorts. So it's a bit more like English weather. It's sort of grey and cloudy and mild, that sort of weather. Even when the sun's out, it doesn't feel that warm in San Sebastian. So anyway, heading up to France to see what the weather's like there. So I've been driving for 2 hours. I stopped at motorway services. I'm near Bordeaux. There's a motorway behind me. I'm in this weird sort of smoky shelter because it's raining, and dogs wanted to have a run around. So they're running around. They always have lots of nice areas for dogs, like sort of park area, sort of random playground, play equipment, I don't know, this sort of place. So yeah, I've got 5 hours to go to get to St Malo, but I have to be there by tomorrow night. So there's no big rush. I'm just thinking where I should stop tonight. Haven't really got a plan where to stop. So I'll have a look at Google and park for night, see what I can find. Went to IKEA for lunch. It's something to do on a rainy day. It was pouring with rain, so I had a nice walk on the shop. I had my Swedish meatballs. I bought plant and some lingonberry jams and things. So right, heading off to my park up spot now. So I've come off the motorway, just driving along. I'm looking for this little village which has got it's got somewhere to park. It's like a sort of woodland walks place, so I can park in the car park. this is where Google Maps is taking me. This is a parking spot, and I don't think that's it. Look, I only got stuck in the mud, look at that. I've come to, it's like a recreational place for the village. It's a really small village, it's called Grand Jean. It's in, I think I'm in the Loire. And it's tennis, table tennis, pools area. But there's a disused railway line. I'm going to go walk up there in a minute. See where that path goes. This is where I am. It's a place called Grand Jean. And there are all these walks. Look at this. From here. So this is where I am. It's a really small village, but it's a lovely walking area. And you can park here. This is actually the official parking area there. There's the kitchen area. This is shade for your picnic, I suppose. And up there's some more picnic benches. And that's the path into the village. It's really nice, this. So you can see we're still on the old railway line. Just linking up little villages together. And there's the road I drove along. Leaving this park-up spot now in this village, St Jean, I think it's called. I just thought I'd tell you, these are the pills. I had a really good sleep. These are the pills I'm taking. They're called Avomine, right? And they're promethazine thioclate, right? They're to prevent travel sickness. So I took one last night, and they make you go into really, really deep sleep. And then today I take one an hour before the ship sails, and then when I feel sick I can take another one. But what they do, which I found, is they just make you go to sleep. So if I'm asleep I won't be seasick, right? So I'm catching the ferry tonight, 8 o'clock, and there's a storm warning. So this is putting the pills to the test. I've always had seasickness, so this is a proper test. If I'm going to travel, I have to get the hang of seasickness. I've got to find a way that I can cope with it. So if I can take a pill or fall asleep, that'll be brilliant. So I'm testing it tonight. So now I'm heading off to St Malo. I've got to go and get diesel, which will be a bit scary because petrol prices have gone up. Nearly at St Malo. We're at St Malo. There's the beach. I'm going to give the dogs a run, get something for lunch. I parked the car in the ferry terminal in the queue because I think the queue opens at 6. So other people have left their cars there. I'll show you all these boats, low tide. This is the harbour, St Malo. It's quite pretty. There's also another bay on the other side. I've been here before. It's a really, really nice town. So that's where we're going to go. Take dogs for a run. To the ferry in St Malo. The boat hasn't even arrived yet. It's nearly 7 o'clock, but there's only like an hour and a half turnaround and the boat goes back again. So I have to be really quick getting everything, getting everyone off and getting everyone on again. I've walked the dogs. They've had a good 3 hours walk around St Malo because we went to 2 beaches and all the way through town as well. Just to update you on the petrol price. The petrol costs, or the diesel, was 83 euros, whereas normally it would be 60 euros in Spain, and then the price went up, so it went up to 65, so it's way more expensive in France, but it's still cheaper than England. But everything in Spain is so much cheaper. Yeah, when I went out for my sandwich for lunch, got a baguette for lunch, and it was 5 euros just from like a takeaway place. Whereas in Spain, you could sit down and have, you know, baguette and a beer for less than €5. So anyway, getting on the ferry. I'm definitely, next winter, I'm going to go through Portugal. I'm going to try to get on the Santander ferry, Portsmouth Santander, get down through Portugal that way. I haven't seen that part of the Iberian Peninsula yet. That's my plan next winter. See how we get on today on the ferry. I've already taken my pill. I've scanned their microchips, handed over their passports. She spends more time on the dog passports than on mine, of course. Here's the ferry. It's getting ready to take us now. They're slow to unload everyone, but it'd be quite nice to get into the cabin and have a nice cup of tea. There we go, driving onto the ferry. Oh, it's not that steep actually. This is my cabin. I've got a kettle, coffee and tea. I've got a TV, which is good, and I've got 4 bunk beds. So not like the double bed I had coming out. There I've got a shower. That's what I'm going to do. Shower, wash my hair, toilet basin, and I have an outdoors view. Can't see. Well, there you can see. There's the fair that was going on in St Malo. So, yeah, I'll see. We'll be going past Jersey, so I'll have a view of that. There's Portsmouth. It looks pretty. Oh, there's that big ship. Yeah, these people went to France to buy a tractor. Look at that. Here they are. They're ready to run around. You pleased to be in England, Mia? What do you think, Lola? Gonna go see Poppy in a minute? Yes. Mia? Hi, Mia. Go the kids. Poppy. Not very friendly to her, are they? Poppy, it's your friend. Hi, Mia. So driving home during the storm, and there's a tree down. This bloke's just come with a chainsaw, but he's just standing there. I should jump out and offer to help him. He only needs to cut it in a couple of places. There we go. Now I'm not turning around. Oh, that was lucky. There's the man with the chainsaw. There's this woman now in the road. Oh, they've gone over the tree. They've found a man with one arm to help them. Another one. There's a tractor coming past, lorry on this side. And that tree has gone through a wall, I think. And that's only just happened right now. Look at that. So this tree came down while we were chopping up the last tree. This is the 3rd tree now. So if I hadn't stopped to help with that tree, I might have been hit by this tree. It was right across the road. And that man with the black car was there with his chainsaw. That one there. And then this lorry's come along with a grab thing on it. Look how clever that is. Look. There we go. That's all you need. I think the other one was a bit upset because he was like, he'd already got rid of half the tree. Amazing that there's 2 people driving past with chainsaws. So I'm home at last, after all that journey, going through the storms and everything. On the last leg, trying to get to my house, right, there were 3 roads that were closed when I was getting near my house. And I had to go onto the motorway on a really windy stretch. And that's where the skylight blew off my roof. Okay, so I had a huge hole in my roof, and then a friend came, and I didn't want another skylight, I didn't really use it. So he's put a bit of aluminium on the roof just to cover it up so I haven't got a big hole. So I'll show you what my roof now looks like from the inside. It looks like that. It's just a big metal bit. So anyway, I didn't need the skylight because I've got loads of windows, and yeah, Apparently loads of people lost their skylights in that storm, but at least I'm home, and it just seemed like an epic journey. But I'm definitely going back again, and I'm going to go in November, so it's a bit earlier, so I can swim more. The weather will be warmer, so I'm going to do like November, December, January, that time. February I think it got a bit cold. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment. I like to get all the comments from people. Thanks, bye.